Yes team, welcome back to the channel. So today's video we are going to go through my high day, which is going to be tomorrow, not today, but I thought I'd start recording this YouTube video today anyway, just to give you guys a bit of an update with where I'm at. It is going to be the last day of digging essentially today now. I'm pretty sure today will be my last cardio day as well. We do have a rest day. So it's going to be rest today, just go in and just do cardio, just do some posing. Tomorrow, which will be Friday, we've got legs. Saturday, push. And then Sunday, we've got pull. But I weighed this morning, I was 90.45 kilo. And visually, I was actually happy. I took my shots this morning to send over to Ben, so I'll put the video on the screen on the left here. And I'm feeling tight. Definitely filled me with a little bit more confidence as well. So I'm happy with the look, but super flat, as you can imagine. Like, it's where I need to be at this stage. You know, it's where I need to be. But what we are going to be doing is trialing the carb load now and just seeing what is going to work and sit well ready for next weekend. Or should I say ready for Saturday. So plan of action today is usual non-training day food, 2.5k, 218 protein, 290 carb, 60 grams of dietary fat. And then what I will do is I will show you guys tomorrow's full day of eating then. That is going to be on higher carb. I'll let you know what sort of food I'm using, what the updates are, and that will be a little bit more of an enjoyable video because I'll have a bit more food. Sleep, absolutely shafted. Last night went bed at like 8:30, woke up at 10:30, woke up at 12, woke up at 1:30, and then I woke up at 3 o'clock and I was like, right, let's get downstairs, let's just start work. Sleep's not happening. Duration was like, let's have a look at my aura. Duration was all, it was okay, 5 hours 50, but it was just very disturbed. But hopefully tonight we get better sleep. I always say that, hopefully tonight, but it sort of is what it is at this stage. You know, I'm doing as much as I can to get good sleep, but when you are this deep into a prep and this busy with work as well, it's just very hard. So plan of action today is usual stuff, usual work. I've done a big bulk of the Thursday check-ins already, as you can imagine, with me being up at 3 o'clock in the morning behind the laptop. But we've got a new setup to do this afternoon as well, which I'm looking forward to. My missus, she's arriving tonight, so if there is no delay, she'll be coming at around 7 p.m. in Llanelli, so I'll pick her up. She wants to go McDonald's, which is going to be absolutely brutal because I'm very hungry, and then I'm going to be in the car driving back with the smell of McDonald's. But I will not be having a single chip because we're on prep. But she'll have a nice McDonald's. I'll come back to a nice bowl of cream of rice. And to be honest with you, I'd rather the cream of rice. So I will tuck into my first meal now, eggs and mushrooms. And then what I'll do is I'll pick you guys back up when I know the updates for tomorrow. I'll fill you guys in on what the updates are going to be. And then it'll probably just be a case of picking you back up then tomorrow when we do get straight into the high day itself. So should be a better one, should be a good one, should have a lot more energy, should get a lot fuller, and just gather data over the next few days. So I'm very hungry this morning. It's 10:07, sorry. It's time we get into my eggs and mushrooms. Yes team, so we're back from the gym. Cardio, abs and a little bit of arms boxed off. Just a 20-30 minute pump, just to get some posing done as well afterwards. And I'm very happy with the visuals. And this is without even the carbs going in from tomorrow. So I'll put a video on the screen. I know I put a video fasted of how I was looking this morning, but I'll show you the comparison with how I'm looking in the gym with just like a delt and arm pump. But I'm feeling good. I was happy with the visuals. It was like the first time I've looked at them post-workout and been like, we're looking good. Sent them over to Ben, to Case, sent it over to Mark Hodgson as well. And they're all happy. They all think I'm in a good spot. The most important thing now is just managing stress coming into next week. But updates have been made. So what we're going to do is we're going to trial a couple of days on higher food. So what we're going to do, tomorrow we've got legs, Saturday we've got push. So we're going to do high day macros, which is going to be 3,600 calories instead of 2,800. We're going to do 200. We're going to do protein tomorrow at 180 instead of 225. Carbohydrates are going to go up to 577 instead of 368, and then dietary fat are going to go up to 60 instead of 48. And we're just going to see how this goes over tomorrow and Saturday, accumulate data, take shots post-workout after push on Saturday, because I'll have a full day of higher food tomorrow. So I'm looking forward to it. It's very similar to what we ran in the previous high day, just not as much, because the plan of action coming into the show isn't to have like one big feed on the Friday. We want to sort of linear load it from like the Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and have the look nailed by the Friday, and then just retain that look then. Which for me, I would prefer. I'd prefer to do like moderate calories a little bit earlier than like one high day of calories. I think it'll just sit better. It'll keep my midsection nice and tight. So I'm looking forward to it. But that's all the food prep for tomorrow already. The only thing that I'll need to prep is my cream of rice. But that is currently in the fridge at the minute with a cream of rice that is for tonight's meal. So after I have tonight's cream of rice meal, I'll make my tomorrow's cream of rice meal. And I'm going to reduce the water that I'm using with cream of rice going forward as well. Usually I 4-to-1 ratio it. Now I'm going to 3-to-1 ratio it. So I've got 120 grams of cream of rice tomorrow. I will use 360 grams of water instead of using 480. Just so that it doesn't sit on my stomach too heavy. Little bit less volume, which should be better from a digestive standpoint. And I'm also going to be completely pulling all diet drinks. So Monsters, I'm going to remove them. Coke Zeros, I'm going to remove them. And also sweetener in my coffee, I'm just going to remove it. Just to keep my midsection nice and tight, you know, and not have any issues whatsoever. So I'm looking forward to the next couple of days. We've got some work to crack on right now this afternoon. Got to pick the missus up tonight. Popped into Tesco earlier, grabbed her some nice flowers and a card. So she'll be chuffed with that. Get her a nice McDonald's, and then we'll come back. We'll have a good catch up with Mum and Dad, and yeah, hopefully get a good night's sleep tonight now, ready for some more food tomorrow and leg day. And I'm not going to be doing cardio after legs as well, which I'm fucking buzzing for, because cardio after legs is horrendous. So I will pick you guys up, maybe when I'm picking all her up, 100% tomorrow if not, and just showing you guys the full meals and full breakdown. So I will catch you guys either tonight or tomorrow morning. So it is the following morning. I was gonna record last night a bit picking all her up, but I didn't want to pick her up and then just be like walking around with the camera, especially when we got back to the house, you know, catching up with my mum and dad and stuff as well. So I thought I'd just take you through, I thought I'd just pick you back up today, seeing as this video is a full day of eating on a high day anyway, and I think we're already like 9 minutes in. So little update. I know I said I hope I'd have a better night's sleep. I definitely did not. Was up at 2:30, and obviously because all is down, I didn't want to just be like tossing and turning, so I ended up just coming downstairs, replying to all the WhatsApps, and then updated my to-do list, done a 10-minute walk, and then I ended up having like a half-hour nap on the couch down here. So yeah, sleep is just not improving one bit. But anyway, we're about to go into meal one. So I'll put a photo on the screen of what this meal is. It is going to be 120 grams of cream of rice. We have 150 grams of berries, 10 grams of honey, 20 grams of whey as a drip on top, 35 grams of almond butter. 35 grams of almond butter. I cannot wait for that. And then we've got 2 grams of salt to go with it as well. So plan of action today is meal 1, then I'm going to have my pre-workout, squares bars, then I'm going to train. We've got legs this morning, and then post-workout, and then 3 meals after that. So I'm looking forward to it, but I'm very hungry, and even though food is higher today, I know it won't touch the sides, and sometimes high days just get me even more hungry. So should be a fun day. Should be a fun day. Energy's low. Last night I was absolutely ruined. This morning I feel ruined. But we're almost there, guys. We're almost there. We're 8 days out from the first show. We've probably got a month left of the prep until the bodybuilding season will be done for myself. And then we can have a little bit of normal life back in, and hopefully fucking better sleep by that point as well. So meal 1, cream of rice, buzzing for it, and I'll pick you guys back up probably when I'm having my pre-workout squares. I just want this to be a full day of eating, to show you guys what I'm eating. Calories, let me tell you the calories. So calories today, 3,600, 180 grams of protein, so slightly less protein to help with just digestion. 577 carb and 65 grams of dietary fat. And what we'll also do with this full day of eating and my meals, my cooked meals, I will be reducing the veg by 50%, just to also allow for greater digestion as well. So I've just had a text from Ben. I've sent him my updates. No cardio today. Perfect. Post-workout updates to follow. Sorted. No cardio after legs, guys. Thank fuck for that. So it'll just be train, pause in, come back, post-workout meal. Right then, guys, we are off to the gym, and my pre-workout today, if I don't drop them everywhere, is going to be 4 rice cakes, Rice Krispie Squares treats. So once again, the reason why I have these ones, the marshmallow ones, is they are slightly lower in calories than the original ones. I do have Monster in the fridge, eyeing me up, but I've completely pulled all diet drinks. So all the Coke Zeros at the top, the Monsters, they're going to have to wait till prep is done. Just from like a bloating standpoint. So diet drinks are out. I'm limiting myself to 2 coffees a day, and also not using sweetener in coffee either. And then we've also got pre-workout made, drinking it, not dry scooping it, once again from like a bloating standpoint. And the pre-workout that we're using is Vascumax by Strom Grape Candy. Not my finest flavour, to be fair. I do prefer the Train by JP Pumpage. I do feel as if that one just tastes nicer and sits a bit better. But as you guys know, for all your supplements, Full Bore Sports, TY10 at checkout. But I'm going to get a 10-minute walk in on the walking pad now just before we head. And then we go and we hit legs. And I think this is the last leg day of prep. Thank fucking Lord. Legs are heavy. I feel heavy. But at the same time, we've got 4 squares bars going in before we train, which will be a treat. So I'll be savouring them as I'm driving down to the gym. But calories, 20 gram of carb. They're about 120 calories, to be fair. So let's have a quick look. Yeah, so 470 calories for pre-workout. So nice and easy. It's going to sit well. It's going to digest well. And then we start squatting and leg pressing. Can't wait. Leg day wrapped up and we're back home. And that was a very, very difficult session. It was one of those where I just felt like I was dragging myself through it. You know, like my joints were hurting, my knees were hurting. So it was just one of those sessions where I got rid of the logbook. You know, of course I track my workouts and I track my numbers, my reps, my weight. But I know if I would have gone to that, I would have just drove myself into huge fatigue. You know, so what I done instead was like, right, I done the exact same session, but instead of focusing on maybe progressing a lift, you know, by a rep or by a weight, I was like, let's just get a very, very productive session. Pump was crazy, you know, intensity still very high, don't get me wrong, but I wasn't attached to like, right, I've got to get X weight for X amount of reps, you know, because if I would have done that with how my knees are feeling and how I'm feeling at the minute, I think I would have just come back today and just been completely fried. So that is the last leg session, I think, until after the show. So I'm glad that that's done. There was no cardio to do as well, so that just felt amazing to finish the session and then just come straight home. But we're back in for post-workout meal, so I'll put the meal on the left hand side. We have 150 grams of Frosties. Unbelievable. Let's have a quick look. 150 grams of Frosties, 30 grams of whey, 10 grams of honey, and we've got a Squares bar to go with this meal as well. So get the carbs back in, replenish the glycogen, quick shower, and then we get back into work. WhatsApps are all replied to, but obviously we'll get into the deep dive of work after the shower when we're fresh and when we're clean. But first of all, Frosties. So that is a big chunk of work done this afternoon, and we're just about to get into my next meal, and I'm not going to lie, I feel absolutely battered today. I don't know whether it's because of obviously legs this morning, but I feel absolutely ruined. The higher calories are not doing anything. They are just making me more hungry. So as much as having more food is enjoyable, it's also just making me more hungry, which is never ideal. High days are good, but also don't expect be super full on a high day and expect appetite to just not be there, because for me and for the majority of people it does just amplify appetite and cravings even more. But this meal that I'll put a photo on the screen of what it is going to be 140 grams of raw weight chicken. We have 50 grams of veg and also 1 Squares bar. So no rice in this meal. It is, if I bring it up, 140 chicken, 50 gram veg, 2 grams of pink salt, and 1 Squares bar. So that's not even going to touch the sides either, but we'll get some of the Tabasco Sriracha on for a little bit of flavour. And yeah, we'll get back into work. Do a quick 10-minute walk after that. Let's have a quick look. We're on 7,000 steps. We've got 3 meals left and 3k steps. So if I do a 10-minute walk after each meal, that's my steps hit for the day. So let's dig into this meal, and I shall see you guys in the next meal, which will be a little bit more exciting. So it's time for my second but last meal. I still feel absolutely buried. Sometimes I get second wind in the afternoons, but today's just been one of those days where I'm just dragging my feet. I've got 1,300 steps to do, which is about a 30-minute walk. So that will get boxed off regardless, but I'm in the absolute trenches today, guys. Even just like walking on the walking pad, like picking my feet up is feeling a challenge. I look a state, I feel a state. Oh, just one of those days. But the next meal that we do have does contain a good amount of carbs, which I need. So we've got 140 grams of raw weight chicken. We've got 75 grams of uncooked jasmine rice. And then we've also got 50 grams of veg to go with that as well. 2 grams of pink salt, and then a bit of Tabasco sauce for the flavour. So, and I get some steps in now. Probably just do a 5-minute walk, and then get the food in the microwave and tuck into this meal. Oh, 2 more meals left, guys. High days. They're fun, but they're not fun at the same time. I just feel as if my appetite is skyrocketed today, and I just feel absolutely buried. I need a good night's sleep. I think the poor sleep is really catching up with me, to be fair. But let's have this meal. And that is work all wrapped up for the day. So busy day, long day, but we get it done. And that is my final meal about to go in. Probably the hardest day of prep. You can probably see by my face how absolutely ruined I am. But I would say definitely the hardest day of prep in terms of energy, and that is on more food today as well. Don't get me wrong, it's only like 800 calories more, but yeah, I've just felt absolutely wiped, and I think a lot of it will be down to my sleep last night, like being down here like 2:30 is just stupid. So I am probably going to wake up tonight at some point, 2 o'clock in the morning, but I'm just going to force myself to go back to bed, or else I'm just going to make myself bad at the end of the day. But my last meal's in the microwave. We have 140 grams of beef mince. We have 75 grams of rice, uncooked. We have 2 grams of pink salt, 50 grams of veg, and a bit of hot sauce to go with it. So let's have this meal. And I do apologize, guys, this video probably has been just like low energy for myself today, but I hope you guys can appreciate the work that I'm putting in, like with the YouTube, you know, like running the coaching business, running the coaching business, which is obviously going to be my #1 priority, but then a week out from my bodybuilding show, you know, up to my eyeballs in work, sleep shit, you know. So I want to keep bringing these YouTubes out, even if they are a little bit low energy, because as I've said in the past, I want to show you guys the highs, I want to show you guys the lows, and this has definitely been one of them low days. But I just want to keep documenting this journey, because in 4 weeks the bodybuilding will be done, this season will be done. So bear with me over the next few videos, guys. I'm probably going to feel pretty fucked, but getting a video out will be better than no video. So thank you guys for watching, I really appreciate it. I will be filming tomorrow. I'll be going through my push day, going through some posing as well, and seeing if these carbs have stuck. Hopefully they have. But anyway, I'm gonna have this meal, take my sleep sups, and get some shut eye. Thank you for watching. See you guys in the next one.